To go, the red light will appear at any tick of the clock. Set 1400 the journey. All in. Racing. And one of the first to get going is Maginica. Won the start. Taxagano was out well. They're going to burn across and head Alpha Sky. And the Velvet King goes up there. Posse running fourth when they completed 250 from Dutch Spy. Down on the inside, Forceful. Special Delivery. Cup Knight's back there. So's Heartstarter. And anchored back to last is Frio. Maginica led them in a bit of a canter as they go out to the riverside inside the last 950. It's Maginica. The baldy-faced galloper by one Alpha Sky. Then Taxagano down on the rails, travelling in third spot, 3/4 to Velvet King. It's getting a sweet trip at the 800 fourth, and the pace has gone up a cog. A length and a half to Forceful, shaded by Dutch Spy. Then came Cup Night, Special Delivery, the grey. Second from last, Heartstarter, and Frio had whipped them all in, but Maginica's off and gone, given a bit of rain coming to the corner by McNaught, and the Juggernaut said go. 450 left to run, and Maginica sailed away from them. Quickly raced 3-4 in front, coming around the turn from Alpha Sky, Taxagano and the Velvet King. Then Dutch Spy, followed further back by Forceful and Cup Night. It's Maginica down to the 200 by 3.5 to 4. Here comes the charge, the Velvet King, Cup Night. Maginica's off his feet, the Velvet King and Cup Night closing from Taxagano. Maginica, Cup Night, the Velvet King, Cup Night. They went to the line, Cup Night. It's Cup Night. I thought he'd got it probably about a short half head to the Velvet King in a tight go with Maginica, battling on bravely into third placing. In behind them, next time Alpha Sky, Taxagano, Heartstarter. Dutch Spy was followed by Forceful, then Frio. Special Delivery drops out and has finished a long last. Cup Night, number 10, has just won from the Velvet King, and Maginica. McNaught on the corner said go, and it was all or nothing. First up for Maginica, and just for a fleeting moment with that big break, looked as though it was going to cause a little bit of an upset. But then the charge from the class emerged. Cup Night, the Velvet King. Once they got into overdrive, Maginica had run out of tickets inside the last 100. And it was Cup Night, number 10, ridden by Patrick Carberry for Bernie Miller, that makes it successive wins. This very, very talented 4-year-old son of top young sire Machino from Walk-In Beauty. And today lands another victory. It's 7th from 16. Second placing goes the way of number 3. The Velvet King, ridden by Mitchell Pateman. Third, number 6, Maginica, Jade McNaught. Fourth is Taxagano, 10.364 in 1:24.5. A daring ride by Jade McNaught. She went pretty early, but she wanted the break. She knew what would be hunting her down late. Two real class acts, Cup Night, the Velvet King. And that's exactly how it was over the final dying, gripping stages, with Cup Night getting its head in front and winning. For Bernie Miller, Mrs. JR, JJ, Ms. A and D, and Mrs. L. Carberry by Machino, a 4-year-old gelding, 7 from 16, building up a real impressive CV. Patrick Carberry getting it home to win by a half a head. Second placing, the Velvet King by Universal Ruler from Double Black Velvet, Darren McAuliffe, Mitchell Pateman, and Maginica by Ismer from Betterbon, Ashmaley, Jade McNaught, half ahead by a length and a quarter the margins to race 6. The Crown Towers handicap, race 7, over 1600 next at 4:15. 3 Brothers Keeper, 9 Harry Thomas and 12 Sovereign Trade, 13 Honorific and 14 Scintillating are all of the scratchings. Well, it was a bit of a heart in the mouth moment for part owner and trainer Bernie Miller, but his brave 4-year-old got to the line under the vigour of Patrick Carberry, and he now joins our Britt Taylor in the enclosure.
Thanks, Darren. Yes, I do have Bernie Miller. Bernie, can you outline how the emotions were in just those last few strides? Did you think you were going to get there?
Ask me tomorrow.
Are you kicking him home from the grandstand yourself?
Yes, I definitely was. And little bloke, he just shows a lot of guts, and that's his hardest effort today, and you've got to be mighty proud of him. It was a good field. The Velvet King really gave it to us well, and congratulations. He raced beautiful for those blokes too. But very, very super proud with the little horse, Paddy. Got to give a special mention to me farrier Danny Sullivan. Helped us out immensely over the course of this horse and Sovereign and all of our others. But he does, if I've got a problem, I'm on the phone and he travels and he comes and helps me out. So Dan, thanks very much, buddy.
Oh, that's really lovely. Have you had issues with the horse's feet as well? Has he had to apply special attention to it?
He likes to kick them off occasionally. And I don't want there to be a problem, so when he does, I ring up Dan and he comes straight over, and he doesn't have to. It's very hard to get farriers out our way to do that, so he does it without a wimp, and I just appreciate everything he does for me.
Well said, because I think people need to realise as well that it takes an army of people to get a horse to a racetrack and to be winning in the way that he is. Do you dare to dream now to some of the bigger races? I know you've been a bit conservative, just wanting to take it race by race, but do you start putting together a bit of a plan towards some bigger races?
No.
No, we're still being conservative?
No, we may go to the Northern Cup, and then we will definitely go to the paddock.
Okay, so only one more run and then straight to the paddock.
Yeah, there's some nice races in the autumn. This horse he's not even 3 yet. He's not mature in the head yet. If we tackle the bigger brigade, and don't forget the guys that are coming over from the eastern states, it could be the undoing of this horse. If we're patient for another 12 months, we'll be in the railway for 3 years, not hopefully one.
Well, I hope he really, really rewards you for your patience. Well done on today's win.
It's an absolute pleasure.
Bernie Miller and Paddy Carberry's family all owns this horse as well, so it means a lot. Scott Embry catching up with Paddy now.
The big smiles for Paddy and his family. Cup night, Paddy, that's probably career best. He's got a turn of foot that will win some impressive races. Was that the best he's ever been today?
Oh, it's the best he's met today, so, you know, he had to be at his best, and he stood him up a long way in the straight with, you know, the leader got a long way away from us. I was following Forceful, and when I was, Willie sort of started to urge his along quite a bit, and I thought, oh, I don't want to be following him any longer. He was pretty much gone. But yeah, he as I've said before, he's got a really good sectional. He showed that today. It was a blistering sectional. To the Velvet King's credit, he dug in really good when he seen my horse. He really dug in. But on the line, you know, my horse dug in again, but on the line he was doing it pretty nice. I was extremely happy with the result.
Bernie was saying he's still a little bit of a baby. Do you have in your heart a feeling that he could be even better, say, in a next preparation?
Yeah, well, that's why we're erring on the side of caution. Yeah, Chicky. That's why we're erring on the side of caution. Bernie was already thinking it, and I was thinking it, and he put the question to me: Do we go for the bigger races this year? And I said, oh, I reckon you're better off not. And he said, good, because that's exactly what I was thinking.
That little kiss there's a perfect segue. Is there anything better than riding Winner for Family?
Nothing better. I mean, I just love this horse. Unfortunately, Tamara's on holidays, and you know she rides all the horses at Bernie's, and both myself and Jess were sort of alternating working the horses at home at Bernie and Karen's this week, and I know this bloke, he's a good trainer, and I know how much he loves his horses, but watching him get them ready for me, saddling them up, and you know, and doing their legs and brushing them and all that, it really. To me, it just proved how much he loves these horses. Like, doesn't matter whether they're fast, slow, good or otherwise, he treats them all the same, and he just loves them so much. And it was actually great for me to go down there and ride work. But just to see how much he puts into these horses, it really gave me a big buzz.
Time for a winner's photo. Congratulations.
Thanks, cheers.
Paddy Carberry catching up with Scott Embry. There is no one that articulates himself better than Paddy Carberry. Congratulations to him, his family, and Bernie Miller on the win of Cup Night.